Hey posers, welcome back to another one of the Black and White Delights reviews of Smackdown. I first off would like to thank my new subscribers, the Saiyaman 1987, Mr. Valgaboyus, I think I said that right, the Toolbox Pro Steve, Stones TM, and Damned Introvert. I like that name. So, also would like to plug our website, WrestlingRevolution.com. We're going to probably start doing some website exclusive shows soon. I have already thrown my hat in for the Triple Threat Thought. I've also heard rumors that Wesley White might be doing a website exclusive show. It's kind of in post-production right now. I also heard that D-Jose 101 might be doing one, and other members of the Revolution might be doing some too, but I haven't heard anything on them. So, go to WrestlingRevolution.com, register, become a member of the Revolution, and become something better than Spinnernet. Let's go right into the show. For the Smackdown! Get ready for the Smackdown! How you gonna react when you're putting your back now? Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the Smackdown! This week's Smackdown is in my backyard of Detroit, Michigan. Start off the show with Christian's Peep Show. Introduces its guest, Alberto Del Rio, I don't know. Christian says that Alberto's promos in the beginning were so boring. Agreed. Endless weeks on end. He also calls Alberto either this great superstar that we've been hearing about or a cheap fajita. I'm going with somewhere in between. Seems like he might be good. Christian says that he has seen a lot in his time in the WWE, except for, and he's been there a long time, except for maybe like, 2 or 3 years when he was in this other lower promotion. I don't remember what it was called, but, I know that this guy's been completely loyal to WWE since he debuted over 10 years ago. He's never, ever gone to another company. Nope, not at all. Then Christian challenges Alberto Del Rio to a match at Night of Champions. Why? Why? There is no title involved. Night of Champions equals championship. Why is the Big Show and CM Punk on there? I like this feud, but why? Why Alberto Del Rio and Christian? Bring back the Cruiserweight title. Make a Latino title. Do something. Night of Champions, not the place for just plain singles matches. And Alberto Del Rio, of course, says he'll think about it. Christian slaps him. Alberto gets really mad, and then he just goes and backs off, and he goes to leave. And as he's walking up the ramp, he tells Christian no, which frustrates Christian. Go to the first match of the night, which is the Hart Dynasty versus Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. And thank you, the Hart Dynasty's back on SmackDown. I've missed these guys. If only they'd bring John Morrison and Chris Jericho back, I'd be set. Match started off really good. Drew McIntyre tried to play the power game with D.H. Smith and failed. D.H. Smith, of course, very quick and agile, but very powerful. He's a young guy. And, he's a great wrestler, so... before the break, Cody Rhodes was outside the ring and Natalya just slapped him right across the face. You don't want to, he's really tender cheeks. You don't really want to, mess that up, Natalya. Natalya's a beast. She's hot and she'll mess you up. So, after the break, Drew McIntyre was basically in control of the match until Tyson Kidd just kind of started using athleticism. He springboarded off the rope. He bounced off the rope when Cody Rhodes tried to clothesline him on the ropes, and just Tyson Kidd was basically just running loops around these guys and using his athleticism to, of course, the ultimate good of the Hart Dynasty. And then Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes dominate Tyson Kidd even more. Basically, Tyson Kidd is kind of like the guy that gets dominated throughout the match, and he's struggling to make a tag to D.H. Smith. Finally, he makes a tag to D.H. Smith. D.H. Smith comes in, starts cleaning house. They go for a heart attack in the end. But then when Tyson Kidd is bouncing off the far rope, Drew McIntyre pulls Tyson Kidd outside and throws him up against the commentary table. Then D.H. Smith tries to go for a power slam on Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes reverses it into a crossroads and gets the 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Let's go to the Ranger Ranking Calculator to find out what I gave this match. 4 out of 5 Red Rangers. This match over-delivered, I thought. It was a really good match. And I'm also biased. I love the Hart Dynasty, and it was great to see them back on SmackDown. So I'm hoping there'll be a permanent structure there. Or people there. I don't know. Great way to kick off SmackDown. Next, we go to Kofi Kingston coming out before his match. He has an in-ring promo before. He says that Dolph would not be champ without Vicky Guerrero. I think he would have been eventually, but maybe not as soon. I don't know. Dolph was a born champion, in my opinion. And Kofi says he's basically going to break them up at Night of Champions, which is probably bogus because the love between Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero is just so overindulgent. Yeah, that's a good word for Vicky. I mean, Dolph and Vicky. Anyway, and then at the end of the promo, it really was weird. I wrote it down in my notes. It's just like, he called on his Boom Squad. Is this like the new fan nation for Kofi Kingston? It's called the Boom Squad? Just a question. I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up. We go to the second match of the night, which is Kofi Kingston versus the All-American, American Jack Swagger. And I'll tell you what, this match over-delivered. This was a great match. It was a great mix between the technical prowess and the ground and pound of Jack Swagger versus the high-flying and fast-paced antics of Kofi Kingston. I wish there would have been a little bit more with Kofi Kingston doing his high-octane action, but there was some really, really, really good offense here and on defense by both parties. Going through the match, Swagger tried to hit the ankle lock twice in the early goings, but Kofi just basically comes back and he tries to increase the pace and he tries to basically keep Swagger on his toes. Because Swagger, he's powerful, but he's not incredibly quick. He's quick, but he's not incredibly quick. Not like Kofi. Swagger regains control by locking in the standing Rings of Saturn. I kid you not. He locked Kofi in standing Rings of Saturn. It was awesome. I was marking out. I'm like, holy crap. I haven't seen the Rings of Saturn in forever. On top of that, it's standing. He should add that to his permanent repertoire. We should see that every other match at least. I think that was a great, great move. Swagger reverses a springboard from Kofi. Kofi came from the outside, springboard on the inside. He caught him, hit him with a spine buster. Or takedown, or whatever you want to call it. It was nasty. I loved it. It was a great moment there. And then he puts Kofi Kingston in an abdominal stretch in the ropes. Now, I've never seen this before. I was like, holy crap. Now, I don't think from the way it looked, it didn't look like it really hurt anymore, really. It just kind of was more of him using the ropes as a bad guy. But it was cool. I thought it worked. Towards the end, Swagger ducks a Trouble in Paradise. And then Swagger tries to go for an ankle lock, which Kofi Kingston gets to the ropes and gets out of. Towards the end, there's a high springboard crossbody. I mean, it was really high. Jack Swagger tries to go for his splash, where he jumps up and comes back down for that. I don't know what he calls that. The swag splash? I don't know what he calls it. But he tries to do that. Kofi gets both the boots up, knocks him stupid, hits him dead on in the chin. And as Swagger turns around, Kofi hits the Trouble in Paradise for the 1, 2, 3. Let's go to the Ranger Ranking Calculator to find out what I gave this match. That's right, one of the rare 5 out of 5 Yellow Rangers. This match was perfect. I mean, I really have no gripes. The match got time. Both people got to shine. Kofi Kingston had a credible win. It's not like he buried Jack Swagger in any way, shape, or form. So, honestly, I think this was a 5 out of 5. I enjoyed it. I was marking out at certain moments of the match. I think these guys have nowhere to go, and this was nowhere to go but up. And these guys it was a great way to showcase SmackDown talent. Moving on to a backstage promo, Teddy Hornswoggle and a nun. I went to the bathroom. I didn't even see it. I didn't even care. Match 3 of the night, Rosa Mendez and Kelly Kelly versus Lay Cool. Not much to this match, except the end. Basically, in the beginning, Lay Cool was acting like they couldn't wrestle Kelly Kelly because she stank too bad. Cool then dominated Rosa Mendez when she came in. In the end, Rosa went for some kind of suplex. Michelle McCool came inside the ring, kicked Rosa in the back of the head or in their back, and then Layla hit the layout neck breaker and got the 3. Not much to this match. Let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator to find out what I gave this match. 2 out of 5. Pink Rangers. As I said, this match kind of under-delivered. I think a little more time and a little more effort in this match would have been good. Moving on, backstage promo with Cool and Caval. They're trying to figure out who's going to face Melina at Night of Champions. And it's actually a really interesting promo. I kind of wish it would happen before, just because they didn't even seem like they had just been in a match in this promo. So all they did was they had a hat, they had names in it, and a bunch of Michelle McCool names and a bunch of Layla names, and they just put them in there. And then Caval picked out a name. It was Michelle McCool. Now, while they were celebrating, they knocked the hat on the ground and all the papers fell out. Well, while Caval was picking them up, Michelle McCool left. And then Caval's like, hey Layla, all these things have Michelle's name on them. And then, of course, they go through them and they see all of them have Michelle's name on them. So that means Layla's been had. You don't had Layla. So, now it looks like Michelle McCool's on her own for Night of Champions. We'll see how this progresses. I thought it was an interesting promo. Match 4 of the night, which is the main event, which was CM Punk versus Christian. This was a good back and forth to start off. It just seemed like these guys were kind of... I know that they had the European... Was it the European tour? I think it was the European tour. They had some kind of tour recently, and it just seems like these two guys were worn out from that. They kind of... For two guys who could really go in the ring and have a fast-paced match, they didn't. So... I mean, there was nothing really that notable in the match. In the end, Del Rio distracted Christian from ringside because Del Rio was in commentary at ringside. CM Punk hits the GTS and hits the 3. Afterward, Del Rio grabs a chair, goes in the ring, sits on Christian, and tells him that he still does not accept his challenge. The Big Show comes out, tries to make the save. CM Punk tries to beat him up. Big Show knocks out CM Punk. Then Del Rio tries to get him with the chair. Del Rio backs off. Just building towards Night of Champions. Let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator to find out what I gave the main event. 2 out of 5 Green Rangers. As I said, it just seemed like for two great wrestlers, this really under-delivered. And as a main event, it really under-delivered. Now we go to the main thing of the night, which is an in-ring promo with Kane. Basically, Kane comes out and accepts the no-holds-barred stipulation. Kane says that Taker's going to rest in... Oh, the lights go out. Taker's music hits, and he starts making his way out as Taker's on his way to the ring. The lights go out again. And then Kane appears behind Taker. And Taker's, once he sees Kane's down the ring, and he realizes he knows Kane's behind him, and he goes, oh, shit. And turns around and they start fighting. Kane beats the mess out of Undertaker. Kane, it goes over super strong at the end of this show. I'll tell you what. Just Taker got myrtleized. Kane hit every single trademark move and signature of The Undertaker. So, let's go to the Ranger ranking calculator to find out what I gave SmackDown as a whole this week. 4 out of 5 Blue Rangers. There was a 5 out of 5 tonight, which was amazing. The first match was a 4 out of 5. I just wish the main event and the women's match would have delivered better. It would have gotten a 5 out of 5. The promos were pretty good, except for Hornswoggle Teddy, and I didn't even watch it. So, I guess that's it for this week's review of SmackDown. Check out WrestlingRevolution.com. See you for Night of Champions on the chat and on the WrestlingRevolution.com. I'm Grumpy Cheeto, and I am